Okay guys, cool project for you today. We got land clearing site down there. Those guys are down there with the big machines. I'll get some shots of that later, but we're gonna take down, this is a walnut tree. Pretty widespread, and the guy we're cutting this down for, it makes wood furniture, so all the cuts have to be special. And he's gonna make cool tables and stuff. Get the bucket and the crane set up side by side. We're not chipping this. Well, the land clearing guys are gonna chip it, so we're craning the brush down there. We're taking the log, well, we're not taking it, this guy over there is gonna make a wood furniture out of it or whatever. So sorry about the audio. I'm getting new microphones, so it'll be better. I'm just starting. I just started this channel a few weeks ago. I'm new at all of this, but I'm gonna get better at it. So we'll start with a small piece because it's hard to get our booms in where we need to go, so we'll take this piece off first. So basically what I can do to balance this is put one strap here, and then I could use the balancing rope to put on the butt, but since it has this vertical limb down here going up, I think if I put the second strap here, that should hold the butt weight. I could be wrong. Don't do too many walnut trees, so I'm not sure about the balancing points on these. So the first pick or two will be to get a feel for it. Different trees have different balancing points depending on how heavy the brush is compared to the wood. So now my goal is, what would be nice would be to get behind this piece and not underneath it. So I'm going to try to go over top of this limb. This way I can make my cut from behind it where it's safest for me. I'm a little far away, so I'll have to reach out with this saw, but this is the safest position for me right now. So this limb here is going to be tough because how I'm going to cut it, his boom's going to be over mine and it's going to be swinging towards me when he lifts it. So that's going to be tough to position. So right now I'm just going to start with the easy stuff. We're going to get this top next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up through here with my bucket. I'll put the strap way up there in the top, and I'll come down and put the balancing rope here to hold this limb up so it doesn't do what that one did. Alright, so this piece here is actually on a pretty good lean, and it has lots of limb weight here. So what I need to do is get these straps up high. So what this is gonna do is hold the top weight up. But then I don't want them too high because then it's going to be too butt heavy where it's going to want to swing out. So now he'll cable up to where the slack is just almost out of the straps, but they're not super tight. Because if you get them tight, once I tie the rope, he won't be able to tension the rope and the straps together. And they have to have equal tension. So something to consider is the rope stretches where the straps do not stretch. So you want to leave a little slack in those straps. So what I'm going to use here is called a cow hitch. You come over like that. You go around the other way, and then you feed the rope back up through. And it's basically a girth hitch. And then I'll put what's called a slippery half hitch in it to prevent that from coming undone. Now I'll have him cable up and put the tension on it. And then I'm gonna go down here and make the cut where I think it's balanced. For this, I'm gonna use a V-cut. See how that sat on there? It gave me enough time to move over this way. I only moved about 2 feet because I didn't want to hit this limb. But that's all you need. And then when he lifted it, it went away from me and not into me. So that's the V-cut, and what you want to do is make your angle cut, but make it a big shelf like that. And then what I like to do is I cut slow. And I don't know if you can see, but I lift just a tiny bit of wood there to help hold it so that it comes off more slowly. Like if you do mess up, it doesn't go swinging hard. Or if he needs to move it to one side or the other, it'll hinge around real nicely. So that's the V-cut. I think we'll cover the shake and brake now. Hey guys, we're gonna go after this big horizontal limb next. And this is gonna be a tricky one because I'm gonna be underneath it and he's gonna be lifting over me. So what we need to do is get that pain ball directly in the center of this limb where the balancing point is. And I'll put a strap way up on the top and I'll put the balancing rope on the butt. It's very important on these limbs that not only are your straps in the right place, but his crane ball is in the right spot. So what sucks about this pick is I'm in front of it and underneath it. I don't have anywhere to move out of the way because I have these other limbs in the way. So basically I'm going to have to make the cut, and then what I can do is I could try to I might be able to move like a foot or two one direction, but I'm not going to be able to move much. So now he has to lift over me. So what I'm gonna do is, because this branch will catch my boom, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try to get on the other side of it. I'm not gonna try, I am gonna do it. So that technically was a shelf cut, not a V-cut. I don't know why I called it a V-cut. So yeah, see, now I'm out of the way. He's craning away from me. And that's a big piece, guys. I mean, that thing's probably 2,500 pounds, maybe 2,000, I don't know. I'd have to ask him. But yeah, that's a big piece. So we'll get this one next now. All right, guys, here's the next piece. So it has so here's the next piece. It has two main leaders here. So because they're stacked above each other like this, I don't have to worry about strapping that one. If they were side by side like this one is, you would have to strap it because the limb would rotate. So that extra limb there makes a lot of extra top weight. So what I need to do is get this strap out pretty far. Right here. But I don't want his crane ball there. I want his crane ball over here in the center. I do shelf cuts for horizontal limbs, V cuts for leaning leads or limbs, shake and break for wood or straight up pieces, or you can just cut through them. So guys, this piece here has to be perfect, because if it's not and the butt swings out, it's going to hit these power lines here, rip them down. So I'm pulling my saw in and out like that because I'm feeling for pressure to see if it's starting to pinch in any particular spot. So yeah, that piece is balanced perfectly. It's a lot of weight out there, so it shifted a little. But that's also because he's far away from it. His boom's not vertical. So, yep, that's a big piece too, guys. Very big piece. Here's the cut. So again, big shelf, lots of friction. So this piece it has a slight lean, it's not bad, but it has a lot of limb weight here coming out front. So what I need to do is put a strap up high and put the rope out there. And actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this limb out of the way, because he'll be able to get the ball in there in a better spot. Plus, the piece won't want to twist. So I'll just pre-cut this stuff. Well, I don't even know if that strap's going to be high enough. Yeah, probably. Guys, that strap's not high enough. So Kyle's gonna set the straps and then I'll make the cut. So I can't reach this lead high enough to set the straps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Kyle set the straps. Mike's gonna pick him up. He'll set the straps and then he'll rappel down and I'll make the cut. Mike's lifting Kyle up now. He's gonna place the straps. And then once he places the straps, he'll just rappel down and then I'll make the cut. Okay, Kyle just set the straps. He's pulling his rope out now. I just want to make sure there's no critters in it, because I don't like to kill them. With these V-cuts, guys, there's a few angles you have to consider. You have to consider this angle, like that, and then this angle, like this, and then there's this angle, like, you know what I mean? So usually, most of the time, you want this angle here to be level, and then this angle on a, if it's like has a slight lean to it like this, you want it steep. If it's a horizontal limb, then it's gonna be more like this. So this one's kind of in between. You probably can't tell on the video, but yeah, that worked perfect. If I would have came in straight, then it wouldn't have had a shelf to sit on. You know what I mean? So right now I only have 2 cameras and I'm trying to focus on the cuts and the craning itself. But I plan on getting a 3rd camera for those guys down there to show their story and their perspective. But before I get that camera, I'm gonna get new microphones to fix this audio. We're gonna take this big leader next, and it has these 2 big limbs jetting out. Plus it's on a lean. So I need this strap up nice and high. Nice and high, but the problem is the wood isn't going to be very strong where I need it to be. So we'll put a strap up here, and this has to be perfect, because if I mess this up, this piece is coming straight at me. So this is where crane work can get scary. So I'll put this strap here. Like that. Then this strap I'm going to put on this limb, just to help kind of support a little extra weight, even though it's not going to do much. Just peace of mind. So we'll put that there, and then we're gonna have to tie the rope out on one of these limbs, probably this bottom one. Go ahead, cable up. So this ain't long enough, so I'm just gonna have to do a couple half hitches and hope for the best. Just gonna send it. Alright guys, here we go. V-cut. Okay guys, see how that came at me? That's what I'm talking about. That's why that one was so dangerous. That's why those straps had to be perfect. So his boom was a little too far this way. So sometimes you gotta duck and dodge them. Look at this shit. He should have cut these. Maybe with this V-cut, if I would have put it on an angle like this, it would have prevented that from wanting to slide this way. But yeah, that was good. That's why I tried to get it a little low so that when it comes I can duck. But sometimes that's unavoidable. It could have boomed down a little bit more, it wouldn't have came at me as much. But what's important is the strap placement was good and the boom was centered so that the piece was bound. It didn't flip up at me. It just kind of slid off, you know what I mean, when he was lifting. Because another thing with this guy is he likes to, like, as soon as it's cut, he starts lifting. He doesn't give me time to move out of the way. Alright guys, I'm just gonna hammer this stuff down and we'll crane it out later. Will get stuck in there, it'll rip it out of your hand. Perfect. That cannot reach it, so Kyle's gonna have to set the straps. And I think for this piece, the best option this is tricky. So he has his ball pretty much in the center right now, so we're gonna have to get a strap out there and the balancing rope down there, because if I strap here and here, this is too much top weight, the limb's gonna flip over. All right guys, Kyle's back up here setting a strap in this limb, and I'll make the cut, and then I think we'll crane this wood off, this log, this little log, and then I'll go over and just cut that limb, just free cut it, and then all that will be left is this top, which I can't reach it, so I might just drop the whole thing. I don't know yet, I haven't decided. I'll get to that when I get to it. How do you like that position you're in? Fucking sucks. It looks a little goofy. Looks a little uncomfortable. Hey, I'm nice and comfy in the bucket here.
Fucking lines, bro.
Yeah, I know, there's a lot of them. Dude, I thought that one was like gonna rip the fucking electric line off the house. Then I'll get a good shot of you like rappelling down. Well, the strap is set. Guys, with these cuts, you gotta stay on the cut so they don't hinge, but you make your top cut a little behind your undercut, because if it was out here, that saw would have, instead of the piece breaking here, it would have broke on the piece going down, and your saw would have been in the cut. Like, see here, the cut is on this piece. If I would have cut in front of it, the cut would have been on the piece going down. My saw would have got stuck, it would have ripped it right out of your hand. So always make your top cut behind your undercut. I'm tempted to send this whole top.
Hey buddy, you want to fucking send it? Fucking send it.
Fucking cut it.
Don't be scared.
Fuck yeah, I'll send it.
I love it. No, I love it.
I'll send it. We're gonna send it. Okay, so here guys, I want a deep but narrow notch, so it closes early and it breaks off, so it doesn't hinge too much. Here we go. And with these big pieces, you gotta stay on the cut. Alright guys, we're on the log. We're gonna pick it in two, because this guy wants it cut at a certain spot. We could drop it, but we don't want to risk splitting it. They're cutting this little wire fence with a flat file. That was great. I've never seen that before. What kind of contraption do we got going on?
A flat
here?
file, bro.
Wow. That's a rusty flat file. You want a better one?
What do you mean? Look at
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah. Look at this. This is called African Safari.
Run. Yeah, baby. Take and break. 45 inches.